You've heard of East Coast versus West Coast, a rivalry of power, culture, and pride. But there's another battle, one far more contentious. One so regionally specific, it's both unnecessary and unstoppable. A rivalry so quietly terrifying, no one's talking about it. Until now. In the red corner, from the land of corn, casseroles, and crushed dreams, the petty power duo who once turned arson into art. Trevin and Amanda from Live Laugh Larceny. And in the green corner, dripping wet from moral superiority and actual rainfall, the soggy scholars of the strange, Shea and Jody from Rainy Day Rabbit Holes. This isn't just a regional rivalry. This is a geographically inconvenient grudge match.
Well, hot diggity damn.
Oh my God.
I need to take a nap after that, sorry.
I feel insulted and honored all at the same time.
Oh
Impressive.
my gosh. Shea
Thank
and
you.
Jody, so glad we're finally doing this.
Amanda and Trevin. Oh my God. This has been almost a year in the making.
True.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how many times I've kept kicking this down the road on accident, but, I don't know how many emergencies 1 year can have, but we keep finding more, so I don't know.
It's just a big old shit show no matter where you look.
Yeah, I'm glad we could find time in between the emergencies to finally collaborate.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sick of emergencies. They need to stop.
Bring back boring years again.
Thank you.
We'll take them.
So this is not just an episode of ours. This is going to be on our feed, but it's also going to be on Shea and Jody's feed. I think we'll probably still episode number this for ourselves, but it's kind of a thing that's going to work for both. So we're sort of mishmashing in different ways. So you'll get some familiarity from us, but we're also going to be taking a little bit of a turn with the Rainy Day Rabbit Holes crew. So because of that, and because, sometimes we all forget who we are sometimes. So why don't we all just reintroduce ourselves a little bit so the people on their feed can know who we are and the people of our feed can know who they are. Amanda, how about you tell people a little bit about who we is?
Yeah, so who we is. Amanda and Trevin from Live Laugh Larceny podcast. We are a true petty crime show. We like to say we're a petty variety show. We play games, talk about our dreadful dilemmas going on that week, and then we each cover a petty crime story at the end of the episode, and we add overly dramatic, cheesy, corny sound effects. They sound like a miniature movie almost.
Yes, it's our little bit of expression in tiny movies made of sound.
Yeah. So we have a lot of fun.
And because we're doing this, I know that Shea and Jody, their show was a little more based around PNW things. And so when we were coming together on a collaborative idea, I thought, well, you guys used to be and kind of mainly are based in a region, and we kind of talk a lot about Midwestern problems, but I wouldn't say that we're the voice of the Midwest, but I think for today we can be. So
absolutely,
we have decided to start this turf war between the PNW, and Shea and Jody have become the voice and representatives of such. Amanda and I are being the Midwest because I believe East Coast, West Coast is just not even the thing anymore. I think it should come down to the real powerhouses that carry this nation that we probably don't even want to.
Yeah, do we
Do we
even
want
want
to
to go
carry
there?
the nation at this point?
Yeah.
Is there a nation? What is there? Did it?
But Shea and Jody, do you guys take it away and introduce yourselves to our listeners?
I'm Shea.
I'm Jody.
We're the hosts of Rainy Day Rabbit Holes History Unhinged. We added that little History Unhinged so you knew what you were getting there. We love history. We love our region. We're in the Pacific Northwest. Specifically, we're in Western Washington in an area called the Puget Sound. And every episode we tumble down weird little rabbit holes of bizarre history and local lore and basically like general chaos of the area. We love those stories that make you laugh, make you think, make you go WTF. We have a special love for the late 1800s because things were happening.
It's pretty unhinged.
That's a time I don't feel like I know much about, but I'm sure there's so much interesting stuff in it.
We just find ourselves back there all the time. I think those dear listeners of Live, Laugh, Larceny, would feel right at home with us. We don't have the mad audio production skills of Trevin and Amanda, but we certainly think that we are hilarious, and that goes a long way.
Hey, that's good. I mean, we like confidence. And I mean, I kind of am the guy who seems to lean towards a lot of history stuff when we do things. And a lot of fun facts do have to do with the time before. So we love history too.
And personality gets you far in this world, okay?
Certainly does. Fox News wouldn't exist if it wasn't for personality.
Oh boy, you are so right.
Yeah, so true.
And as a listener of Live, Laugh, Larceny, I think our listeners would really, really enjoy listening to your program as well. So this is a great collaboration.
So you guys, I first found out about you guys from somebody that we have a connection with, and it's your pod pals, who we consider to be our pod wives.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, everybody needs a pod wife.
Cassie and Caitlin from PNW Haunts and Homicides.
Yes.
So they
Yes.
played your trailer on one of their episodes, and that's how we got turned on to you guys. And I fell in love with your show. The first episode I listened to, I think, Amanda, your story was somebody was having a birthday party for their 1-year-old, and they had a bouncy castle, and the neighbor got annoyed and unplugged the bouncy castle.
Oh my.
And terror ensued, and somebody's leg was somewhat injured.
Yes.
And I was like, this concept of you're taking a petty crime and treating it like a Netflix true crime documentary.
Oh, yeah.
It's ridiculous and it's fantastic. And I love true crime, but I lost my taste for it in COVID because just things were already bad enough. Yeah. I couldn't listen to the gore and that, but I feel like your show gives me what I need, the drama, right?
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
That's a big compliment for
me. The drama without the darkness.
Yes, drama without the darkness. We need to
add that into another tagline. Drama without darkness, says Shea from Rainy Day Rabbit Holes.
Yeah, she wants credit.
yeah. Shut up. Oh, I love that so much.
We focus a lot on the Pacific Northwest. That's where we started. That's where we live. We love this region. But the Wild West for us is so tantalizing and so tempting. And so we're like, how do we be a Pacific Northwest podcast and talk about the Wild West? So we were like, yeah, we're just history of the West. Yeah.
Okay. I love that. Yeah. Broadens the horizons a little bit. Well, did you all bring a dreadful dilemma to discuss this week?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Trevin, do you want to get us started?
So I do have a dreadful dilemma this week that I think is perfect for this episode because sometimes, your dreadful dilemmas can't be as big of a bit as you want it to be when you've got 4 people. You got to not monopolize all the time. But the other day, I was at my local dispensary. I forget what day it was. Either way, for some reason, it was busy as hell. And it usually isn't too bad, but it was pretty busy. Their waiting room was packed. I had to go sit on a little leather couch. There's a circle area where there's a bunch of seats that face each other where it looks like almost a little conversational place. But like, oh, who wants to go to the dispensary waiting room and have a little round table? But when I walked in, it was so busy, there was actually a round table.
Do you like to smoke weed? I like to smoke weed. Hey!
I mean, they have a lot in common if they just want to speak up. So next to me was this lady, probably a middle-aged lady. We're sitting there in silence, awkwardly, all of us. Not usually a lot of talkers generally when they're in the waiting room. Somebody comes out and calls the next person up to get their order, and they say, Armand? And the guy is like, oh, that's me. And he gets up and he walks out of the room. And right as the door shuts, this lady that's sitting next to me goes, Armand and a leg? Right? Huh?
She held on to that for a minute.
Yeah, she wanted to make sure that door was shut so he couldn't hear. And then everybody just kind of looked at her quietly and stared. And she awkwardly laughed to herself and goes, wonder where he's from. Oh! And then she just backed into her chair and just sat there quietly.
Sounds like someone was sampling the products before they purchased.
Funny until the racism.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
funny. I would have laughed at the arm and the leg thing.
Yeah,
She should have just said the cheese stands alone when nobody laughed and left it at that. But no, she had to go down a little bit of racism.
It's like when she didn't get the laughter that she wanted, she's like, yeah, that weirdo, right? Where's he from?
Yeah,
It's
definitely not me.
I'm gonna have to ramp this up a notch and take it to the next level. And
Where's ice? I mean, right?
The thing that was the most dreadful for me, besides her just cringy situation, was that I was the person sitting the closest to her. So when she felt alone at sea, I was the first life raft where she was like, like with a little bit of the jazz hand in my direction with her mouth open. And I was just like, you're alone, lady.
Yeah, the cheese is standing
that
alone
one's all
there.
yours. You're gonna take that one on your
My
own.
empathetic heart was like, I feel so bad for this lady's cringy situation. But at the same time, justice was being served.
And then your rational side came through and said, no.
Wow, that is actually really awkward. Yeah, people don't usually chat in the waiting area at a dispo. But
No, and that's not usually your first icebreaker. When we first started this call, your icebreaker was about an embarrassing situation.
Right.
But, you usually don't use an icebreaker of like, oh, did you know I'm subtly racist in public?
Now,
Seriously.
Trevin, I think that next time you should go in and as an icebreaker, you should talk about the time when you've pooped your pants. It's a relatable human story.
Whip that story out every time
It
something like
unites
that
us all.
happens.
Yeah, it is.
And that one would probably kill in a dispensary waiting room.
oh my,
Yeah,
it
I'm
really
sure.
probably would.
Yeah,
Poop jokes, fart jokes.
that would land.
Gets us all.
Easy crowd.
You guys, I also have a dreadful dilemma. And part of it is actually a humble brag, I have to admit.
Real quick, Amanda, can I say,
Yes.
is part of it that your hair looks amazing and it's shiny? I want to reach through the camera and touch your hair in a non-creepy way, I promise.
Oh my God.
You're not the
no,
only
you can
person who wants to touch your hair in a creepy way.
Oh no,
Happens
do you
all
have
the
some weird
time.
listeners?
No.
Probably.
My daughters are obsessed with my hair. My youngest, she's 3. Trevin saw it firsthand, but she'll like,
Oh, put it all over her face.
yeah, my hair is like her security blanket.
They hold it and pet it.
Like it's a chinchilla.
Yeah, I've caught our friend Molly do it, who has been raised with Amanda since they were born, basically. She comes over and does our movie nights on Patreon, and during a scary part, I'll look over and Molly's sitting
She'll
there
be like,
holding her hair, and I'm like, you're in your 30s.
so feel free to touch.
If we ever meet in person, maybe respectfully, you can just hold a strand of your hair out to me and just let me pet it to see, because it looks beautiful. So anyways, go on with your dreadful dilemma.
you.
It's not about your hair.
No, thank you so much. Actually, my dreadful dilemma is about another lovely queen with lovely hair, iconic hair. Chappell Roan came to Kansas City recently
Ooh.
and put on 2 iconic concerts. Trevin and I went to the concert on Friday night. It was amazing. The crowd was filled with lots of creative, loving, fun fans. I didn't see anything but goodness and kindness between the crowd.
The crowd reminded me a lot of when I went to Pride Fest over the summer. It was just so open and fun and accepting, and everybody was doing different fun little things on their own and free to do so. It was nice.
Yeah, the way it was set up, it was kind of like the Renaissance Festival, like a whole town, but like Chappell's version, you know?
Ooh.
It was just an amazing experience. The concert was everything. We somehow ran into every friend that we knew was going, even though the crowd was massive. It was just a great time. Fast forward, she had a show Saturday, and then Sunday, I was going to meet my best friend's new boyfriend. We were going to brunch. It's a cute brunch place that I've eaten at a couple times. The name of it is Homesteader, which I'm really sad, you guys. It's shutting down. They just
no.
announced it.
Even after the story you're about to tell?
Even after
Girls.
this.
They might change their mind, listeners.
Right?
Make sure
So
they
we
hear.
go into Homesteader. We're waiting by the, what is it called? The little
Host desk.
Yes,
Yeah.
the hostess stand. So we're checking in, and we notice that there's this big, long table just full of people. And we're like, who would take up like half this place with people, right? At the head of the table sat Chappell Roan.
No.
I made eye contact
No.
with her. My husband was staring really awkwardly at her. Like, we were both like, is that her? Is that her? Her security guard was mean mugging us hard.
Like, stay in your seat. Don't get close.
Long story short, we ate at the same brunch place as Chappell Roan, and the dreadful part was that I just wanted to tell her how much I love her, how much I love her music, how much she means to me as a bisexual Midwestern woman, you know?
Midwestern princess.
Right.
Right.
And so there were all these things I wanted to say, but then she had this security guard there, and he had already turned down another douchey bro that was trying to get a picture. But we did walk right by her table. As she left, I don't know if you guys are familiar with her music or not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
As she was leaving, I was thinking of her song, The Subway. I was like, she got away. But it was cool to see her.
And I was supposed to be at that brunch.
Did you at least walk by and do this as you went by? I've done that before to somebody I didn't want to bug, but I was like, just so you know, on my way out the door.
I almost was like, should we send her a bottle of champagne and be like, we love you? But then she was with her grandma. She was with a little kid who was playing Minecraft on their phone, not giving a crap that she was famous.
Yeah, just my dumb aunt.
You should have just been like, wow, I can't believe I'm just the inventor of Minecraft here trying to get brunch. Boy, I sure would love to sign something for a kid if they knew what I made.
But it was so cool. She's just one of us, really.
Yeah.
Her show was so good. One thing about the set design that just I love the most, so it started with like purple lightning and the font that said Chappell Roan that came up. The font was so... Did you ever watch Jim Henson's Dark Crystals?
I love that movie so much.
Oh,
that's
so
my
the
childhood
font
right there.
Was exactly that with like purple lightning, and it had the Jim Henson kind of like dark fairy tale, sort of gothic fairy tale look.
Ooh.
And then her whole backup band, the way they were dressed was very similar to like David Bowie when he did Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Which is
My
also
other
Jim Henson.
childhood movie. That
Yes.
So the
defines
vibes
me.
of it was perfect. Because when Amanda said fairy tale, I was like, I don't know. But then when I saw it was like Jim Henson, I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. It's like a dark, gothic fairy tale full of rocking women, basically.
That's amazing. That's almost as good as the time that I ate Thai food at a table next to Weird Al Yankovic in LA that one time.
No way.
Damn. I just saw him this year in concert. Big
Was it
fan.
good? I almost went, but I couldn't get anybody to go with me. And I was like, I really wanted to see Weird Al. I love Weird Al. He's amazing.
Yeah, it was still good. He still had all the big set pieces and still does all the costume changes that he did like years and years before. I don't know how he does it, but
He's incredible.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
This episode is brought to you by Rakuten. The holidays are here, and that means it's the most wonderful time of the year to save with Rakuten. Use Rakuten to stack cash back at your favorite stores on top of holiday sales. That's savings on savings. With Rakuten, you can get cash back on gifts for everyone on your list, from toys for the kids to kitchen gear for the person who loves to cook to electronics for everyone. You can even save on something for yourself. Cash back is automatically added to your account as you shop. And you can get paid with gift cards, PayPal, or check. Or eligible American Express card members can choose to earn membership rewards points. Join for free today and get a new member bonus after minimum qualifying purchases. Just go to Rakuten.com, download the app, or install the browser extension. Terms and conditions apply.
We all love a legendary comeback, and Degree Original Cool Rush is back and better than ever. Cool Rush isn't just a scent, it's a movement, a fan favorite that delivers bold, fresh vibes and all-day sweat protection. Whether you have a man that spends hours in the gym, heads into the office early, or is just trying to stay fresh on a long day, Cool Rush has their back. Head to your local Walmart or Target and grab Degree Cool Rush, the fan favorite scent from the world's #1 antiperspirant brand.
You guys, I also have a dreadful dilemma.
Do tell.
Okay, so you've met my little dog, Ruff.
Yes.
And as
So
you know,
cute.
you have to take dogs for walks. So there's this little local park that I go to up in my neighborhood, and it's not a dog park. It's just a regular park. It's just like a looping sidewalk through these fields, and you get to see the same people. And my problem is I'm a very outgoing person and I can be very friendly. And so, you get that thing where your dog meets their dog and they're doing their thing and you kind of start chit-chatting with the person. And occasionally one of you will be like, oh, we should get our dogs together for a play date, fully knowing that you're never going to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's not like that with kids too.
Sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
If I can get it out of the kennel sometime, sure.
So a few weeks ago, I'm not at the park. I'm walking my dog in our neighborhood, just on the street. And this lady and I think her daughter are walking with like this little pug chihuahua mix. My dog meets that dog. They're like, woo, we love it. And she says, we should do a play date. I live right there. And I was like, I don't want to give this lady my number right here. Why don't you go to my website?
Okay.
rainydayrabbitholes.com, and you can email me through my website.
Wow.
And then I'll just email you back and we'll set this up, fully expecting she was never going to do this, right?
Oh my gosh.
Dang, okay.
You don't know how enticing you are and how intriguing you are.
I was hoping that the whole like go to my website to email me thing would have like
would be a turn off. No.
Nope.
No, she was more interested, probably.
Well, she is a lesbian, so maybe it's just
Oh, yeah.
I was about to say, I bet she's hitting on you. That's so funny. I should have just said that first. Now it looks like I said that afterwards.
So by the time I got home, though, there was an email from her with her phone number saying, you should text me instead of emailing me. And I was like, oh, God, no, I'm never going to do that. Here I am just like thinking like, okay, I rarely run into the same person twice when I'm walking my dog. But I go back to that local park one night and I'm walking and I see two people in front of me and I look at the dog and I look at the back of their heads and I was like, oh, no, it's this lady, Joanna. But they're like 40 feet in front of me and they're walking the same direction I am. So I'm like, if I just stay this distance from them, we can get around the loop and they'll never know that I was behind them. But they stop and they sit down on a bench that I cannot not walk by. And she's like, oh, hi. And I'm like, oh, hi. Sorry, I never emailed you back. So busy.
That is so cringy.
When I saw them sit down, I was like, should I turn around and walk away? Or would that be really obvious?
So now she's been to the website. Do you think she's now a listener and she's going to hear this episode?
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, like, what are you
Shout
doing?
out, Joanna.
You got to understand how to handle your fame, girl.
I am so sorry, Joanna. I just really am so fucking busy. I make plans to do these things with people all the fucking time and never do it.
No, that's a good point.
No, yeah.
It's not just you, Joanna, I promise. There's like 5 people I've done this to.
I've never had that happen. So I can see how that would be like, surely we're not really doing this, are we? Like, I have a busy schedule.
We do this with the podcast. I get these big, exciting ideas and I never follow through with them because I realize I need 24 more hours in my day to do it. And it's that with friends.
Yeah.
It was like, my friend bucket is full and I can't do anymore. I don't have time for it. So that is it.
Right.
It wasn't her specifically. It was just the situation.
No,
And then not knowing how to handle it.
Yes, that was me being a terrible person, honestly. That is on me.
No. Unpracticed in this moment.
Yeah.
In this
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, give yourself some grace.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yeah, so I'm really sorry I never got back to you, Joanna, and that I was weird when we met in the park.
And thank you for becoming a listener and hearing us.
Yes, thank you.
And also listen to Live, Laugh, Larceny. They might actually call you back.
Give us both 5-star reviews.
Yeah, and while you're at it, do you want to sign up for the Patreon?
Yeah, start messaging me through Patreon next. Emails are too busy.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
anyways. Jody, do you
All
have
right.
a dreadful dilemma?
I do have a dilemma. Mine is a combination of aging and not knowing what I want to do with the rest of my life. Where do I want to live is my problem.
Okay.
Not America.
Yeah, right?
That's part of the problem because I have all these options and one of them is Canada, especially as a nurse. They're recruiting nurses and
Yep,
they'll
healthcare
give you
workers.
citizenship and healthcare and for my husband
it.
as well. It's very enticing. Very enticing.
Move to BC, you'll only be 3 hours away.
It wasn't very long ago that I also was a very honest but proud citizen of America. I love being an American citizen, knowing, yes, there's issues, which, the other side thinks that I hate America because I think we can improve on things.
People hate that.
Yeah, they hate that. Owning your faults and trying to fix them apparently means you hate America.
It's like it with a kid. It's just like, no, I just want you to do, but I still love you. I just want you to do better. I mean, I want better for you so you can grow to be the best you can be.
And looking at the things that you've done, that were not right is a good way to make sure that moving forward, you do what is right. So in covering slavery, for instance, is not shaming people. First of all, none of us were here.
Right.
What are we taking this personal for? It's a learning moment. But anyway, I digress. If I stay in America, there's still so many more options. And I feel like right now in my life, I have this house that is taking up way too much time and resources. It did do what I wanted. It was an investment. We've made our equity on it. The equity is still going up, but not as fast as it costs to live here. Okay. So I got to figure it out. But the best options, I'm not ready for it. My mother-in-law passed away and we have her house in Arizona in one of those retirement communities that we could live in 6 months by the rules.
Still in the West.
I could live there for free, right? It's paid for. We could both retire, or maybe I work enough hours to pull insurance. But I'd be living with they're not 55. And also, do I want to say I live in 55 and up community? I don't know if I'm ready for that. Locally, there's another one. It's beautiful. It's exactly what I need. It's right in the hiking trails in the mountains, private little community. They take care of your yard. I wouldn't even have to do yard work. Again, 55 and up.
I will say this, though. We actually covered a petty crime story that happened at, I believe the name is called The Villages in Florida, and it's a 55 and up.
Yes, it's much like that in Arizona.
They have more wild nights out than I do.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yes.
That might be where I would go if I was feeling really crazy one night. Like, you guys want to go down to the Villages and do something really crazy? Put something in your butt? I don't know.
Whoa!
Well, nothing too crazy.
There is a whole documentary about it.
Yes, I watched it.
And my husband's like, if anything happens to you, I will be taking on the method. There's a man in there that basically is homeless, poor as can be. And he just goes around finding women that might want to take care of him.
Yep.
But he's super picky. I was like, come on, dude.
If you want to be coddled,
you are unattractive.
Yeah.
Your personality is awful. You have no resources. You've got nothing in the bank. I think my husband have a little bit more to offer, but he said that's his goal, is to go find some rich old lady to take care of him if something happens to me.
55
He's
and
headed
up.
to the Villages.
I bet you could still have some fun.
Yeah, both of those options would be so much more financially responsible. If I moved to Arizona, it's paid for. So super financially responsible.
You could put all that into one big ass TV.
Right?
In your retirement place.
It's already there. She already has that. There's a huge brand new TV.
Can we set records though with all that extra slush fund?
But I do have 7, almost 9, soon to be 9 grandkids. And I'm just like, that's far.
Yeah, Arizona's far.
But then I'm like, you're a grandma. You should go live in that community. And then I'm like, but I'm not. But I am. I don't know. It's a dilemma.
It sounds like a real dilemma.
How do you be in your 50s and not know what you want to do?
Just think about where you want to be.
Well, if I listen to my heart, I retire and then I just hang out with my grandkids. And that's just not reasonable.
Well, can you still hang out with the grandkids and find something part-time?
That's what I'm doing right now. So I'm trying to stick with that.
Yeah.
Okay, that works. We talked about mom guilt on here recently, and then it was Heather Ashley said something about how grandma guilt was even worse from what she had heard. So if grandma guilt is that bad, you may not want to move too far.
I don't have grandma guilt because I just say yes to everything. So it's like...
So when they say, please don't move away, you're going to say...
It happens. I did mention someday I will move away, when I'm older. My oldest grandson did immediately melt down into tears.
Oh,
but he also wants to retire with me. He told his mom, he's like, hey, Mom, Grandma in about 5 years is going to get a motorhome and drive around the country. And I'm hoping to go with her. I'm like, he wants to retire with me. How cute.
That is cute. Well, you want to jump on into these topics, you guys?
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah, so we have got a 4-round debate style thing here. Us versus the Rainy Day Rabbit Holes crew to see who is the best region. And
Yeah.
We already know.
I mean, we may kind of say who won at the end, but I want to hear from the listeners, whether it be
Yes.
through Spotify or on these posts that we make later. I want to know what you guys think. Who won the debate? And who knows, maybe we'll get Jody to move there after all this.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
You're like,
That's
I'm a
where I moved
Midwesterner now.
Midwest.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to do a poll in our social medias.
Yeah,
to
we can
see.
do a poll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
do
do
a
a
poll.
social
Love
media
that.
poll.
Yeah, we figured it would be really fun for us to kind of have a turf war. Midwest versus Pacific Northwest, and see who wins in the best region in America.
Yes,
In America. We're going to do 4 rounds of
Okay.
battle.
What's round
Let's
one?
start with the debate. Round
Yeah.
1.
Okay.
I've prepared. If that's okay, this is a good
Y'all
opening.
are in
No,
trouble
that's
over there.
No, this is a great
fine.
opening. And if you want to go first, you may.
I would love to.
Round 1.
And here we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and those of us who know better. Today, I stand proud on behalf of the rugged, rain-soaked, moss-covered wonderland, also known as the Pacific Northwest, or the PNW, if you're nasty, as the esteemed hosts of PNW, Hans and Homicides are wont to say. This is a region unlike any other, an ecosystem of evergreen giants, coffee-fueled innovation, and a deep appreciation for flannel shirts and beanies. And I will argue, without fail, that the PNW is the best region in the United States of America. First, we must naturally start with our mind-bogglingly beautiful environment. Tall, ancient trees kiss the bottoms of clouds drifting lazily across a blameless sky. Our snow...
So I also like kiss the bottoms.
Fantastic.
Sorry.
Now I'm just thinking of the clouds as butts. So,
Oh, yeah.
little cloudy butts. Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah.
All right. Our snow-capped mountains inspire awe and make skiers weep. Jagged cliffs meet restless Pacific waves. Even our fog looks like it has a story to tell. Our region has birthed titans of industry. Bill Gates and Microsoft, Amazon, Boeing, Starbucks, Nike, Costco, T-Mobile, Expedia, Nordstrom. Think about it. Without the PNW, you couldn't even function as a modern American. You wouldn't be able to order platform Nikes from Amazon on your PC before heading off to the airport with the bag you just bought at Nordstrom Rack, to hop on an Alaska Airlines flight on a Boeing 747 you booked through Expedia. But first, you'd stop at Starbucks in your Costco sweatpants, entertaining yourself on a phone powered by T-Mobile. And if the door happens to fall off that Boeing jet, no worries. You can check yourself into Kaiser Permanente for some truly mid-tier healthcare. We are true artisans of beverages. Starbucks has become synonymous with coffee around the world. Our coffee is existential. Our kombucha is philosophical. Our mead is Viking-worthy. And don't even get me started on beer. Between Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, and Alaska, we have almost 900 craft breweries. If your IPA doesn't taste like pine needles and regret, is it even worth drinking? We embrace the outdoors. Entertainment in the PNW might mean an early morning paddle in the Puget Sound, followed by a farm-to-table drag brunch. Maybe, after a long day of being a high-powered tech bro, you strip off your Patagonia and take a quick jog up Cougar Mountain. Or maybe you load the kids and the Golden Doodle into the Subaru for a little mountain biking, ending the day at a family and dog-friendly brewery for Sunday trivia. Or perhaps you go mushroom hunting, followed by a class that teaches you how to cook with fiddlehead ferns you foraged that morning. And you will never find a true Pacific Northwesterner afraid of rain. Umbrellas? For losers. If you forgot your North Face jacket, you just pop your flannel collar and soldier on, muttering something about vitamin D being a myth. But maybe, just maybe, you need more convincing. The cherry on top, the shining, blubbery symbol of PNW weirdness, is the 1970 incident in Florence, Oregon, that sparked an annual celebration. An 8-ton sperm whale washed ashore, and the state highway folks, faced with the age-old question of how do we remove a whale from the beach, decided the most reasonable solution was, of course, explosives. A half ton of dynamite later, The whale went up like a 4th of July firework. A 100-foot geyser of blubber rained down across a quarter mile. A car's roof was flattened by a 3-foot chunk of whale. It was like a blubber snowstorm, one reporter said, a sentence that has never been uttered before or since. The smell lingered for days. And because this is the Pacific Northwest, we didn't hide from that moment. We commemorated it. We named a park after it, Exploding Whale Memorial Park. And as of 2024, the mayor of Florence declared November Exploding Whale Month, culminating in a week-long festival of joy, remembrance, and questionable decision-making. So, when you weigh your options, remember this. Only in the Pacific Northwest can you stand beneath a waterfall, sip a locally roasted oat milk latte, and honor a whale that once exploded, all before noon. We're not just a region, we're a lifestyle, a legend, and occasionally a public safety hazard. And in conclusion, may I please remind you that it does not say RSVP on the Statue of Liberty. Thank you very much. That's from Clueless, in case anybody's wondering.
Wow.
Oh, hold on, I need a...
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
I guess that's only proper in a debate, right?
Wow.
Okay, 2 questions I have.
Yes.
One, are you aware of the John Oliver thing with that baseball team changing their name to the Exploding Whales?
No.
The Eugene, Oregon Emeralds tripled their merchandise sales to nearly $1 million in a single season by occasionally playing as the Exploding Whales.
Occasionally playing. They just change their names for random games.
Yeah, it's like the minor league, so they kind of just have fun and sometimes change their looks for a while.
Sell that merch.
I love that.
So you can buy jerseys and stuff of the Exploding Whales. Might be good for you too.
I love that they occasionally do it. Amazing.
That might be the only sports ball team now I follow.
Right.
And then what exactly is the Puget Sound? I think you've said it twice now, and it's not a sound, I don't think, because you keep talking about walking through it.
So it's an inland body of water. So it's basically the largest inland sea around.
Around.
That's a large inland sea.
It connects to the Pacific Ocean, but the Puget Sound itself is this body of water that is surrounded on most sides by land. I mean, it's ocean water that comes in, but it's actually not part of the ocean. So we call the whole region around it the Puget Sound because that's what the name of this body of water is
I think
called.
people picture that when they come to Seattle, they'll see the ocean, but it's actually a couple hours away driving from Seattle. The water you see is in the Sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
You have a
Good to know.
peninsula between you and the ocean.
Is it known for its sound in any way, or is there nothing audible related at all?
Nothing
Not
audible related.
audible.
It's just the body of water is called a sound. Yeah.
Okay.
It's also connected to the Salish Sea, which runs up into Canada, also a large inland body of water. And that's where in the last, what would you say, Jody, 20 years, 30 years,
I think 30.
occurrences of human feet washing up on shore. That's the Salish Sea human foot discoveries, which we've covered.
Oh my.
Yes, I've heard of that.
So we got the feet.
We got the
Got the feet.
feet.
There's
got
also
the...
orcas in there and other wildlife. It's a spectacular place to go visit.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay.
Salish Sea is breathtaking.
It's always been on my list to visit really anywhere in the PNW. I've never gone, but yeah, like the Seattle area and has always been on my list.
Well, you better not show up here without letting us know.
Yep. We
For
will
sure.
be your tour
The
guides.
best experience.
Yep.
I'll keep that in mind. I was hoping CrimeCon was going to do it next year, but we got Vegas instead, which some people are excited about. I'm kind of a little bit. I've never been there either, so we'll see.
Are you going to debate for the Midwest Honor?
I'm ready to debate for the Midwest Honor. Before I go, I do want to say I can tell that your debate style is very PNW of you, I just have to say. And I think that mine's a little more Midwestern.
Is there some bless your heart in there?
There's a debate within the debate, like the debate style.
Yeah.
This could be a debate.
I'm going from the Midwestern titans of industry that I've been raised around. Cutthroat men who knew how to put in a little bit of work. So here is my less lengthy.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I got
totally
into it.
fine. There was no rules here. So here is my opening argument.
Okay.
Ladies and listeners, esteemed opponents from the lush and misty Pacific Northwest, where trees grow tall and hopes grow taller, I represent the Midwest, a region where both tend to cap at about 6 feet. We in the Midwest have something the Pacific Northwest will never have. Endless, treeless land. Miles and miles of it, open and flat, just like God intended. Land so pure and empty, it's earned more voting rights than the people who maintain it. Also, how God intended.
Oh, God.
Now, some might call that a flaw in the system, but I call it democracy at its most efficient. My home state of Missouri alone has overturned 2 voter-approved measures just this past year, and I, for one, sleep easier, knowing our state is in the hands of powerful men who can gently steer us away from the things we think we want. And sure, we may get less paid leave than almost anywhere else in the country, but honestly, it feels like it's more for the best. If I had more time off, I might start thinking, or worse, feeling. At least I can take pride in working harder than everyone else, with absolutely nothing to show for it. In fact, that's what we do best, showing our pride. So much pride that according to a study by floatingsheep.org, the Midwest has the highest concentration of towns where bars outnumber grocery stores. How much pride do you have with all those trees, mountains, oceans, and fancy coffees? If you ask me, PNW stands for pride, not wee-wee. That's why I've never tried one of your artisanal lattes. That, and I can't afford it. Speaking of financial woes, unlike the Pacific Northwest, our region is mostly red. Red like blood. Red like negative bank accounts. And red like the stop signs we treat as mere suggestions. But if you really want to understand what makes the Midwest the beating heart of America's chaos, let me tell you a story. A story that captures our region's commitment to doing our best with what little sense we have. Now, my opponents might argue that the Midwest is nothing but a stretch of flat land and repressed dreams. But I'd remind them we're also the birthplace of ambition. Confused ambition, but ambition nonetheless. In the late 1920s, Michigan's own Henry Ford, the man who brought cars to the masses and optimism to factory floors, decided to build an entire Midwestern town in the Amazon rainforest. He called it Fordlandia, because when destroying habitats as a sport, jungles look like big game hunting. According to the text from daminteresting.com, Ford purchased 25,000 square kilometers of Brazilian rainforest and immediately bulldozed it to install the essentials of any small Midwestern paradise: a golf course, a diner, and a strict ban on alcohol. This was before us Midwesterners started putting more alcohol than grocery stores. He wanted to grow his own rubber trees to fuel his tire empire, but instead of hiring botanists, he relied on company engineers, men who knew nothing about plants but had a lot of confidence. They planted 200 trees per acre, because when you're from the Midwest, too much isn't a warning, it's a challenge. And what happened next was beautiful. The trees got a fungal disease, the oil washed away, and the workers rioted, chasing American managers into the jungle with machetes. Ford lost the equivalent of $200 million and never made a single usable tire. But to us, that's not failure. That's perseverance. Because that's the Midwestern way. To look at a complete disaster and say, well, at least we tried. Henry Ford didn't fail. He expanded the Midwest. He created the first American suburb where it absolutely did not belong. And that's something to be proud of. It's the same instinct to drive us to turn wide open prairies into Applebee's parking lots. We see empty space and think, you know what this needs? A combination Taco Bell KFC. Tell me, Pacific Northwest, why haven't you turned your landmarks into fast casual dining experiences? Cowards. Because in the Midwest, we are so proud of our pride that we'll bake casseroles, smile politely, and slowly weaken you with kindness until we've absorbed your culture entirely. We don't need mountains or oceans. We have ambition, delusion, and affordable real estate. And that, my friends, is why the Midwest isn't just a region, it's a mindset of pride and conquering, which is exactly why, in this particular arena, the Midwest is the best. And if by some chance the PNW gets the votes, well, I'm already suspicious that they've been cheating. I yield.
Trevin.
Amazing.
I think
Oh my God.
he's working for the PNW side.
Yeah, I was thinking, is sarcasm like, is that a
It didn't really
Midwestern
paint
thing?
us in a very poor picture. Unless we talk about the price of real estate.
Yeah,
That's
there
where
That
we
was
would
like
lose.
the
Nailed
only
that
good
one.
thing he said about it.
Well, I mean, we have bad stuff, but we're proud of how bad it is. It's like we're very happy about it. Like, are you as happy with what you have as we are proud of what we don't? I don't know. That's the question.
That is the age-old question. Yes.
I don't know. We're showing a lot of pride here in the war-torn, ravaged, burning down Pacific Northwest. I don't know if you guys have seen any of the videos from Portland.
The AI ones?
Recently.
Fighting an inflatable costume war.
Either AI.
I've seen some of the AI ones. But yeah, I've definitely seen those costumes. Those are cute.
It's funny because I watch the live streams and that's literally, they just walk around doing this. Like, it's on purpose. This is obviously not violent.
I thought about taking a cheap jab at your war-torn Portland right now, but I didn't do it.
Yeah, you just got on to them for not putting fast food on their landmarks. Good. Wow.
Yeah, we're not a big fast food culture up here. In some of the small suburbs, you'll have your normals, but
In my town's like that. Every time they have some new construction, I'm like, oh, chain restaurant.
where is there an Applebee's? Oh, South Hill Mall. They like put it all around the old malls,
Oh,
the
yeah.
dying old malls. We still have a few, and that's where you'll get your chain restaurants. But other than that, every strip mall doesn't have a bunch of fast food or chain restaurants.
Sounds nice.
We do appreciate local stuff a lot more here, which is nice, but it also gets expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It feels
true.
like the Midwest blew up all the malls and then just scattered them across every single city. All the chain things are everywhere now. I used to love the mall because I love that small, condensed amount of the stuff that I liked. But now I live in a mall, basically. The outdoors is a mall.
Ugh.
Go Midwest.
When I was
Wow,
a teenager,
Trevor.
I would have dreamed for that.
Do we say who won that round, or do we wait till the end?
I think, Amanda, you've already conceded it to us for
Yes.
Trevin.
Wow, that was.
Yeah.
If you would have
Yeah.
had more pride, I think we could have argued that. You play it straight enough, people will buy in.
Sorry, I can't. I can't hide my emotion.
It is hard to beat the PNW. No shame there.
Yeah, I
for
mean, your
sure.
place is on my bucket list of places to go. Nothing where I am is a bucket list place.
It's a beautiful place. I highly recommend choosing your months wisely, though. Come in the summer.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no better place in the summer.
Yeah.
Zero.
Summer and fall is good.
Round 2.
So round 2 is going to be cryptids. I am going to cover the cryptids from the Midwest. Obviously, Jody is going to be covering the cryptids from the PNW. So shall we begin?
All right, let's
Let's
go.
do this thing. I don't know much about cryptids, so I'm glad you're on this one.
Everybody has a cryptid. Every state claims to have a kind of cryptid.
Yes, which actually, on the list that I came up with, I don't have any from Missouri. That one was...
Oh, I've always known Momo, the Missouri monster.
Yeah. Yeah, Momo.
Okay, we can add Momo to my list.
I think
then.
he's like a descendant of Bigfoot, I think.
Oh, nice.
Probably not as cool as Bigfoot.
No, he's Midwestern. Of
And
course.
there's a very cool, hopefully it's not the one the Frogman. There's like a Frogman
Yes.
in Ohio.
Yep, I have
I
that
love
on
the
my
Frogman
list.
of Ohio. It's very good. Yeah.
Florida's got skunk ape.
True.
And Kentucky's got the goat man.
Oh, God, the goat man. He freaks me out.
The Midwest does have a whole lineup of winged things, glowing things,
Yeah.
swamp things.
Ooh.
It's like cryptid bingo over
Mhm.
there. But Washington said, hold my homebrewed IPA because I did not get just a monster. We got Bat Squatch, a purple winged 9-foot tall demon bat that came screaming out of a volcano. That's right. The first major sighting was right after Mount St. Helens erupted in May 1980. Apparently, lava and ash were not the only things to be dispersed from the mouth of the mountain. Now, there were a few scattered reports over the years. Campers hearing strange ultrasonic screeches, engines stalling mid-flight, cattle going missing. But then came the moment that Bat Squatch was a legend. We have an actual and reliable witness. In 1994, in rural Pierce County, 14 years after the eruption and some vague reports, a young man named Brian Canfield is driving home near Buckley, Washington, which is, let's be honest, already a little spooky at night. It's farms and darkness. His truck suddenly dies, lights out, radio off, total silence. He looks up and he sees it. A massive humanoid creature with purple tinged fur, a wolf-like face, razor claws, giant leathery wings that stretched across the road. Its eyes glowing like hot coals in a campfire. Brian said it looked like a cross between a bat, a man, and a nightmare. The thing just stands there, flapping its wings, looking straight at him, dead in the eye. And then it takes off into the night. Right after it's gone, Brian's truck magically restarts. Canfield told his story to reporters, to local papers, to anyone who'd listen. He never once changed his story, never backtracked. This is a true sign of reliability. He wasn't drunk and he wasn't seeking fame. He was just a guy who saw a flying Bigfoot with a bad attitude. While today there are several cannabis shops in Buckley, Washington, in 1994, those were only a dream. So this is proof that he was also not high. Since then, there have been reports from Mount Rainier, Mount Adams, and the Columbia River Gorge. Hikers swear they've heard sudden sounds of flight and seen wings the size of sailboats cutting through fog. Pilots have seen dark shapes darting through volcanic clouds. And locals, we just say, yeah, that sounds about right. And then do you have a sticker or a mug so we can promote this cryptid? Because Washington doesn't just do weird. We franchise it. Bat Squash has appeared in comic books, video games, and even has his own Rogue Ales IPA, a hazy beer with a giant bat monster on the can. And the tagline literally says, dedicated to the legend. Imagine cracking open a cooled one named after your local demon. That is Pacific Northwest pride. And while the Midwest brags about its Mothman, let's be real, Mothman warned people about the bridge collapsing. Bat Squash caused volcanic interference and still had time to pose for an IPA label. You want proof Washington's weirdness is next level? We passed a county ordinance protecting Bigfoot, just in case, because we believe in equality and even for our undiscovered species. We here at Rainy Day Rabbit Holes have drafted a bill and are lobbying our government to include bat squash in the existing ordinance. We want to protect bat squash at all costs. So yeah, the Midwest can keep their cornstalk cryptids. Washington birthed a radioactive bat ape from the heart of a volcano and then created a beer to honor it. So in my closing argument, Bat Squatch wasn't summoned by Satan, but by Hops Heaven. This is bolstered by the fact that Washington State grows over 75% of the nation's hops. So it just makes sense. And he was welcomed by the locals who find what is already known boring and anything weird welcome.
Bum, bum, bum.
Damn. Got him.
Bat Squatch.
That's a fun one.
I hadn't heard of that one, actually.
The visual of wings like sails, I'm picturing that in my head through smoky clouds, and it's a frightening thought. It's a good use of words there.
Well, I didn't write mine out in full detail. I actually just have multiple ones with a small little thing about each of them. Do you have other ones too?
I only did Bat Squatch, but of course we have, Bigfoot.
Totally.
We used him in our logo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to use them. Well, I will go ahead and share 3 separate Midwest cryptids then. I'll keep it short.
It'll take 3 to compete with Bat Squatch.
It really
Exactly.
will.
I mean, Bat Squatch has got a cool story.
So while you were talking, I did add Momo to the list because that is our Missouri cryptid, right?
Thank you.
So we'll start with that. So Momo, short for the Missouri Monster, is a Bigfoot-like cryptid legend that originated in Louisiana, Missouri in the early 1970s. The creature is described as a large, hairy, foul-smelling, ape-like being with a pumpkin-shaped head and red eyes. While sightings have become rare since its initial monster flap in 1972, the legend remains popular, appearing in local culture, media, and even a past Six Flags ride. Did you know that, Trevin?
I don't think I did. Missouri Six Flags?
I guess.
I'll figure this out.
Also, I wanted to give this little guy a shout out because this is probably the cutest Midwest cryptid I've ever seen. I don't know if you guys have heard of this one, but this one's called Hodag from Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Has anyone heard of that?
I think
No, I'm looking him up right now.
Hodag, Hodag.
Odag.
Oh, he actually looks fun.
Hodag is a fabled fearsome critter, described as a bulky bullhorn creature with spines down his back. The Hodag is tied to late 19th century Rhinelander lore and is now a local mascot and tourist symbol. It's very cute, though. You should look at the pics.
But he is very cute. I can't tell if he's mean or sweet.
It's like a Land Before Time dinosaur.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the final one. This is a bizarre one. And we talked about this, the Frogman, right? The Loveland Frogman, originated in Loveland, Ohio, is a weird humanoid frog or lizard figure reportedly seen standing on hind legs, roughly human-sized, along roads near Loveland. The legend includes police officer sightings and local urban legends. The Frogman might weird me out the most.
He weirds me out, but also something just so cool about him.
I know.
Maybe it's some of the pictures. He's looking back like, who that me? Like, I'm just walking around. Like, why'd you catch me? Like, I don't know. He doesn't look scary. He looks like he's just scared of getting caught, and you caught him. So he's probably just really sad about it with himself.
I just find him to be really unique. I'm not a cryptid expert at all. But in my mind, a lot of them have fur or fangs or wings.
Right.
And this is just a little tall, awkward frog guy.
Are we sure that Danny DeVito just wasn't filming something in the area? Sorry, Danny DeVito. Have you watched Always Something in Philadelphia? What's that
It's
show?
Always Sunny in
It's
Philadelphia.
Always
Always
Sunny.
sunny.
You will have seen Danny DeVito naked, and I could see him being mistaken for a cryptid
Oh
on the
my
side of the road. Sorry.
I'm looking at these pictures and I'm like, yeah, maybe. Oh my god.
Poor Danny DeVito. Sorry. I love him to death, but yeah.
Yeah, there's the episode where he's inside of a couch for a long time, and he comes out all sweaty and covered in like
Yeah, that's the
baby
one.
oil, and he's naked. Yeah,
So gross.
such a great show. Yeah, I didn't realize we were doing the fully written out thing for each one. I thought it was just the first one was the debate. So
Oh no.
that's
Damn,
okay.
I did
That's
not
no
prepare for that.
problem. I mean, we're Midwestern debaters.
Yeah.
We'll just call it
A
strategy.
little more laid back. We're intense over here.
Yeah, we treat everything like it's a school project.
Yeah.
Or a competition.
That too.
I love it.
Well, I loved hearing about yours, and I hope you enjoyed our little smorgasbord of different ones.
Actually, you guys have ones you kind of want to embrace.
Yeah.
Like Bat Squatch is kind of scary,
Yeah.
right? Frogman himself, I was just looking at the pictures. I'm like, okay, we could hang
yeah,
out.
he's a shy guy.
Yeah, I'm not going to see him and get scared. I'm going to be like, you want to go get coffee, a beer?
Want to grab some flies?
The thing that Jody didn't add to the story is that this teenager, Brian Canfield, had been driving around the back roads of Buckley, Washington. I grew up in this area, and as a teenager, the only reason you're driving around the back roads like that is because you are stoned and you're trying to avoid the cops.
Yes.
No, there was no cannabis store, Shea.
So you're saying that they did not have...
There was no
It
weed.
never existed until the stores.
No, it did not happen. This is a legitimate story.
Okay, Jody, you keep telling yourself that.
Round 3.
This round is about weird laws from our region. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the most Pacific Northwest law ever written. In 1969, Skamania County, Washington, and that's deep in Bigfoot country, passed Ordinance 69-01, making it illegal to kill Sasquatch. That's right. We have a law protecting a creature that technically does not exist. And why because the late 1960s were crawling with Bigfoot hunters, stomping through the woods with guns and zero common sense. The county decided, you know what, let's make it a felony to shoot anything that even looks like Bigfoot. Translation, please don't shoot your hairy neighbor in a ghillie suit. Now, by 1984, they amended the law, made it a misdemeanor instead of a felony, but kept the heart of it. Sasquatch is an officially protected species in Skamania County, up to a $1,000 fine and a year in jail if you harm the big guy. So what does this tell you about the Pacific Northwest? We take our legends seriously enough to legislate them. And honestly, that's beautiful. Only in the PNW could the government say, yes, Bigfoot might be real, and no, you can't shoot him. I concede. Oh, no, I don't concede.
Okay,
Sorry, that was the wrong word.
That's a solid one.
There's not many things in the world more beautiful than legislature.
Yes. It would be lovely if we followed the laws that,
Oh,
were set
yeah.
out.
We wipe our ass with it
Like
here
by
in
our
the Midwest.
Constitution.
They're overrated, right? I think it's cool that even though nobody has caught Bigfoot, that they're still protecting him legally.
And the is Bigfoot real debate is a big debate here. We have Bigfoot conferences.
It's a real thing.
We have cryptozoology conferences. Like one of our friends, Devin from the Ouija Broads podcast, she's very into it. And there's the argument of, do they exist now? Did they used to exist and they're extinct? Did they never exist? I'm leaning more towards there is a possibility that this maybe was a primate that existed in North America at one time, but there's little support that it would still exist today, in my opinion. And that's what I believe.
I mean, there's never been
Never found a body.
carcass.
I'm one of those weirdos because Trevin, didn't we talk about Bigfoot on an episode? I'm trying to remember.
Like if
There
we
was a
believed in
time
it or
where
something.
Yeah. I'm a big Bigfoot believer.
I want to believe.
You want to believe, but you're too practical.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, I'm too practical.
I have that t-shirt.
Every time I think of Bigfoot, I think about the video game Red Dead Redemption. It's a big open world game where you can ride a horse through tons of area, but if you are at a certain place at a certain time, Bigfoot will appear and you can actually find him. And I found him once, and they have a huge cutscene where it's actually kind of depressing, where you actually get up to Bigfoot and he's crying. And he's just like, I am the only one. I have no friends. He's like, you can kill me. I don't care.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I'm pretty sure you can make the decision on whether or not you want to kill him or not.
Oh, no.
Holy shit.
Well, hopefully you're not in Skamania County when you do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's illegal.
Oh my gosh. For the weird Midwest laws, I kind of did the same thing. I have a handful from different states in the Midwest. So I'll just kind of read these out for you all. They're very shocking. For our first weird Midwest law, we're going to start with Iowa. In Iowa, passing off margarine as real butter is a misdemeanor under food labeling laws. Moving on to Michigan, adultery is technically a felony, though rarely prosecuted, with possible prison time and a substantial fine. It's a very old mortality law, not really enforced, but it is still on the books. So don't be cheating.
That sounds very
in
Midwestern.
Michigan.
Wow.
Very conservative way of being.
Yep.
Yeah.
Illinois, at one time, or rumor has it, giving lighted cigars to a pet was illegal. Cigars.
A lighted cigar, but cigarettes are fine.
Yeah. A joint.
Now on to Missouri. And Trevin, you are lucky that this isn't you anymore. But did you know there is actually a law in Missouri that men between the ages of 21 and 50 who are single must pay an annual tax of $1?
I feel like I did hear something about this, like a single tax or something is what they
What
called
does that
it.
pay for?
They're like, dude, if you can't find a wife, give us $1.
Insult to injury, you uggo.
You're right.
Aw.
And now I have two more, okay? And these are specific cities within Midwest states. Shout out, because I went to school nearby this city, Topeka, Kansas. I went to school in Emporia. In Topeka, Kansas, it's illegal to sing the alphabet on the streets at night.
What?
Just at night.
And the alphabet.
Like A, B, C, D. They're like, cuff them.
Yeah, you could be Tupac. That'd be way better.
I suspect somebody was out there doing that and he was annoying everybody. So they made a law.
Oh my goodness.
This is my very final weird Midwest law. And this is from a town called Normal, Illinois. In Normal, Illinois, it's illegal to make faces at dogs, even if it's your own.
Oh,
Illegal to make faces. I wonder what's the
But they
story
make
behind
faces
that.
at me.
Right.
I didn't look into the specifics,
yeah. I need
but
to know the story behind that.
like what kind of faces? Like, can you be like,
Oh yeah, like a baby face.
like you
yeah.
can't even do that?
And to your own dog.
That's not normal.
Yeah, you'd be in jail so fast.
I know.
So there was actually quite a few weird laws for me to pick from. And that was, I figure like Sasquatch, Bigfoot representing. But
Yeah.
a couple of the other fun ones from here in Everett, Washington, it's illegal to put a hypnotized person on display in a store window.
Didn't know that was an option.
Someone is triggered
Right?
by that.
Municipal Code 9, blah, 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 states that anyone under the influence of hypnotism cannot be displayed in a public space
Damn.
outside of the area where the entertainment exhibition is performed. So, like, if there's a hypnotism thing on stage, you can't then take that person and put them outside of wherever it's happening.
But could you do it like down the block at a corner to advertise for it?
It can't not be displayed outside of the public space. And then also, there's one law that I could not actually find, but it's all over the internet, is that it's illegal to ride an ugly horse in Wilbur, Washington.
Aww.
That was-
Pretty horses only.
And then one that makes sense is it's illegal to hug your driver in Oregon.
What?
Yes. And then it is illegal to be in the vehicle operator's embrace or lap during vehicle operation.
I have some ideas about how that got started.
Right.
Embrace.
And also, it is illegal to drive with your child on the hood of your car.
Oh, what about the trunk? Trunk's okay? Put him on the back.
Better safe than sorry, and you didn't say it, I guess.
I am really glad you told me that because I would have tried it.
Right?
It sounds like a few of your laws are like, don't touch me. Like, don't hug me.
Yeah, right. That's what I was
Respect
thinking.
boundaries.
Yeah. We're more like, don't make faces at the dogs. That's
Don't be so
impolite.
annoying by singing ABCs at night.
You can hug there. You can embrace in the car.
What other things can you do in the car?
Round 4, final round.
So for the fourth and final round of this turf war, we have absurd headlines. We're each just bringing one from our region. It will be Jody versus I. That's Midwestern speak there. I can go first. And I have a crime story from Minnesota. Shout out to all my Midwestern Minnesota people. I don't know, this could have been maybe told from our story, but this felt very Midwestern because I was raised by people who are just do-it-yourselfers who just make things work. Usually it's because we're cheap or we don't want to bother other people, something of that nature, but we usually find ways of making things work, and sometimes it gets us in trouble. But from 2021, I've got a CTV News article. Minnesota woman sets field swamp on fire in maple syrup mishap.
What?
Oh,
That's
lordy,
all in one
lordy,
headline.
Lord.
A woman in Minnesota accidentally set a field and a swamp on fire while making maple syrup. According to the Stearns County Sheriff's Office, officers were called to a residence in Albany, Minnesota, about 150 kilometers northwest of Minneapolis, following reports of a grass fire that had gotten out of control. Officers said that upon arrival, it was determined that a 41-year-old woman who owned the property started the fire, quote, while in the process of cooking maple syrup. Quote, due to the wind at the time of incident, the neighboring field and swamp caught fire, and she was unable to extinguish it with a water hose that she had nearby. Firefighters were eventually able to contain the fire, and the woman was ticketed for starting a fire during a burn ban.
Okay, first of all, not only did she set a field on fire,
Right.
but she also set a swamp on fire?
That's hard to
Right.
do.
It was swamp. That is
There's
effort.
water in a swamp.
Was it a dry season? So it was a dry swamp?
Maybe.
It said during a burn ban, so
Must
it probably
be.
was during a dry season.
she got a ticket. I wonder how much that was.
The smell of burnt maple syrup probably
Oh, yeah.
smells kind of good. right?
But then you're competing with the smell of burnt swamp material.
That's
true.
Which I can't imagine smells good. It's like probably the same smell as if you were burning like poop.
I was thinking Tacoma.
Stop besmirching Tacoma's good name. It does not smell anymore.
Tacoma aroma.
My question is, I don't understand. Do you make maple syrup outside? Is that normal? Because it didn't say anything about a house catching on fire. It was just...
What do you do to make maple syrup? Because you're getting the maple from the tree and then you're putting it with hot water and sugar and boiling that. So maybe she had a cauldron with a fire underneath.
She's a syrup witch.
Or a pot, as you would say. A kettle, even. I love that you went to cauldron.
No, I was picturing like the whole
black.
Yeah.
Yes.
Halloween vibes
Yes.
still fresh on the brain.
Okay, so that's me. What do you got, Jody?
All right.
Yes, Jody, let's hear it.
From the Pacific Northwest. Breaking news, April 24. North Bend neighbors corral runaway zebras. One still missing. 4 zebras, yes, zebras, escaped onto Interstate 90 near North Bend, Washington. North Bend is a scenic city at the foothills of the Cascade Mountains, known for its outdoor recreation, small town charm, and proximity to Seattle. It's only about an hour on I-90. I-90 is our main highway over the Cascades, and it spans from Seattle to Boston. The result of this event? Complete and glorious chaos. Picture this. Morning commuters, coffee in hand, stuck in traffic. When a herd of striped horses goes galloping past their Subarus, or maybe in this area, your Ford trucks.
Teslas. It's all Teslas. As far as the
In
eye
North
can
Bend?
see. Yeah.
That's not my experience. Not very many Teslas.
You all are classy.
But don't worry, help will arrive. Rodeo cowboys showed up to lasso on the shoulder. State troopers were radioing dispatch like, you're not going to believe this, but we've got zebras. And somewhere, a WSDOT, or Washington State Department of Transportation, traffic operator typed into the digital highway sign, expect delays, zebras on the loose. It started when the door of a transport trailer popped open near exit 31. The zebras, and they must have been the sweetest little creatures because their names were Sugar, Zoe, Penelope, and Lulu.
Aww.
And they all bolted. They took off across lanes like they were late for a safari in the woods. 3 of them were caught pretty quickly thanks to some local ranchers and a rodeo team that just happened to be nearby. But Sugar wasn't having it. She said, nope. Freedom looks good on me. My stripes have never been so brilliant. And she bolted into the woods near the Snoqualmie foothills and vanished for days. Helicopters, drones, and a panicked trooper searched until someone spotted her stripes moving through the trees, much like a Bigfoot sighting. When they finally caught her, she was fine. So her name was changed to Fine Sugar. The footage went viral, of course, and TikToks, memes, news anchors trying to stay serious while all lanes were reopened after a zebra capture. Someone even photoshopped them into the Washington state flag, galloping majestically over Mount Rainier. And while the Midwest may brag about escaped cows or pigs, our escapees shut down the literal gateway to the Cascades. Their stories ended with animals recaptured by farmer. Ours ends with rodeo rescue on the interstate. It's chaos, it's cinematic, and it's perfectly Washington. Majestic, disorganized, beautifully inconvenient. And you can almost see in the zebra's eyes, this isn't the Serengeti, but it'll do. So yeah, the Midwest, your weird headlines might involve beer, thieves, or loose llamas, but ours shut down I-90 with a zebra stampede. So I declare we win.
Damn.
That is the closest thing I've heard to, like Jumanji when all the animals are just running amok.
I like the way you said the Bigfoot sighting. It did kind of feel like a cryptid sort of thing, just looking out in the woods if you saw a zebra.
Yeah, they'd be
like... You see those like old movies or something where somebody sees something weird they're not supposed to see, and then they have like a alcohol bottle in their hand, and they're like, and they just kind of throw it. I'm done.
Yeah, I think I'm drunk.
So I actually did a little story on this for our Patreon. This was last spring, and it was all anybody could talk about. And when you're driving down the freeway, you were like, might I see a zebra in the woods? Yeah, this zebra was loose for like 6 days, and she would show up on people's lawns to eat their grass, but then they would call in, and by the time anybody got there, she would have moved on. And the rodeo guy, he happened to be like in the area, and somebody was like, hey, Jim, or whatever his name was, get down here. They used somebody's garden hose and a piece of fence to corral those zebras to get them back into the trailer.
Whoa. I've been training my whole life for this moment.
Right. It's so exciting.
They are now in a petting zoo in Montana. They were just on their way from Winthrop, Washington to Montana. And yeah, she stopped on the side of the road because there's like these pads in the back of the trailer. It had come loose and it was flopping. So she was trying to get that back in there. Those are big, heavy like mats. And the zebras busted out. There was a bunch of cars that were trying to make a barricade on the off-ramp. And so they just ran down the off-ramp and into the town. And yeah, it was fun times.
Wow.
I just want to know what was going through her head. Like at that moment, no, this is not happening. No, this is not happening.
Crap.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
I mean, I would feel a lot better seeing zebra stripes as opposed to like striped inmate escapee.
Right. Oh
True,
my gosh.
true.
Yeah, definitely.
What a cool sighting, though.
Yeah, that is
right.
kind of cute.
Well, those were great, fun headlines from our spots.
Our spots.
From the spot, the place you're all
our
in my
stripes.
head. We know what I'm talking about. But yes, we will need the listeners to let us know.
Help us.
Weigh
Help us
in.
decide.
Weigh in.
I mean, not so much who's the winner between us, but who gets it? Is PNW getting it, or is Midwest getting it?
Yeah.
This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed.
This was
This
so
was
much
great.
fun.
It's great to see you guys. I mean, I listened to you, so it's good to see
Yeah,
you.
no, this has been great.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thanks for having the willingness to be fun and creative with this kind of a format, because neither of us were comfortable with it, and I just said, hey, we'll fix it in post to make it work. So thanks for being good sports and having fun with it. Had I realized that we were writing them more out, I would have taken a lot more PNW jabs with all my other stuff. But
Oh, man.
The sneak attack is what we're good at, so that's how we got some points, right?
yeah,
You know what? There's still social media.
We can continue this turf war
Exactly.
online.
You could continue to tell us why we're not as good as you in social media, and we can respond that way as well.
Yeah.
I feel like we got outclassed, but I definitely feel like the pride might still do something for us in the end.
I mean, PNW outclassing the Midwest, that's not a surprise.
No, we're not known for
It's
our
not hard
class
to
here.
do.
We're at a grocery store in the city I was raised in. It was called High Class, and it was spelled HY-KLASS.
Nice.
So that's Midwest class.
Classy with a K. Well, you guys, this was amazing. We really thank you guys so much for doing this. I know it's been a day and it's been a year. So having you guys do this with us has just been a highlight of our month. So thank you so much. And we're looking forward to the finished product so much. It's going to be amazing because Trevin, you're incredible at this. I just want to give you kudos again.
Thank you.
Do such a good job.
He really is like the audio wizard.
Awesome. Yeah, well, he got us all squared away here.
Yep. Well, and do you guys have anybody to thank before we wrap up?
Yeah, so I have nobody to thank except myself, damn it.
Yeah, you
But-
should.
Yeah, I thank him too.
I got some plugs, though, for the people listening on your feed. If you guys want to check us out, livelaughlarceny@gmail.com.
Yes, send us your petty crime stories if you have any.
Yes, we do listener stories. We're trying to get more listeners so that we can do more listener stories like we did. I don't know if we even talked about it, but we did
Oh, I don't think we did,
story
yeah.
of Shea's on ours. I told a story of yours.
Yes, that was so much fun. I listened to it, I think, 8 times.
Oh, my husband loved it.
You did such a good job. You really got the feeling of it. It was so good. That's the time, I accidentally broke into an Airbnb in Colorado. That was fantastic. So thank
My
you guys.
husband,
Yes.
when we were listening to it, he's like, are these guys friends? Like really close? He really has Shea down. I was like, no. He does a good job.
That's amazing. Good job, Trevin.
I try to read between the lines and just the words people use and what I'm picking up on. And I do a little bit of creeping, but not as much as you might think, actually. I was actually thinking a lot about your story just a couple months ago when we were in Denver, because I was in Estes Park getting ready to go do CrimeCon. I think I even used that quote I put in your story where it was like looking out at the mountains and thinking, oh boy, don't worry, soon we'll be surrounded by a bunch of sweaty, loud people instead of this scene.
You did the same thing. You went to Estes Park and then did a... Yeah, we stayed at the Stanley Hotel, too, when we were in Estes Park. That was a bucket list item of mine because I'm a huge Stephen King fan, and damn, it's beautiful there.
Yeah, we just did the Shining tour, but...
Yeah, he went on the tour, but he didn't stay the night there.
Yeah, we did a tour, a ghost tour, and it was fun, yeah. Yeah, guys,
so cool.
Go check out Live Laugh Larceny. You guys have your own website, livelaughlarceny.com, and that's where you have links to all your episodes and everything else, right? So definitely follow them, subscribe, give them ratings and reviews, because why wouldn't you? They're amazing. And then
please.
For us, you can go to rainydayrabbitholes.com, find links to everything. And by the time this comes out, our new website will be up, and it is gorgeous. I am so excited. That should be out from when we're recording just in a few days. And if anybody wants to have their own website just like that, it is LethaDavis.com. We want to thank Letha Davis. She's our wizard of websites and our mistress of marketing. And she's making this website specifically for podcasters. So if any other fellow podcasters out there are looking for a website that is gorgeous and easy to populate with your information about every episode, it's crazy how cool this is. But yeah,
that's good.
You guys, thank you so much. And thank you to all of the Live Laugh Larceny listeners. This is so fun.
Thank you both too. And I hope you have a good day. And I hope that we didn't traumatize anyone from visiting either of our regions.
Right.
Alrighty. Well, bye.
See ya.
See you down that rabbit hole.